Hey guys, it's Brandon Wampo here and welcome to another episode where today we'll be looking at the Xiaomi Mi Band. We're going to be doing things a little bit different here today. I'm just doing it outside just because my cousin is staying with us at the moment. Sorry it's been such a long time since I've done another video, but I've been kind of busy at home focusing on some different areas and trying to kind of pinpoint where I want to go and what I want to do. So here we go. So the main reason I really bought the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 was because I initially wanted to just kind of have like a step tracker where I can see how many steps I've been doing every day, how often I'm going out, and kind of set a goal to kind of lose a bit of weight. Just because within the last couple of years, I've really noticed that I've put on a lot of weight. I can really see the difference when I look at a photo from, let's say, 3 years ago versus now. This has been a really good little booster in terms of getting me outside and wanting to go for, to do exercise. And I've set it to roughly about 8,000 steps. I've found it to be really just motivating. I love the fact that the Mi Band is completely customizable from the face to all of the settings and where you want things to be, just kind of like today's modern phones where you can kind of move the apps here and there and really customize to where you want everything to be. It's a really nice little feature, especially when, some of the settings in the workout feature has running or bicycle or swimming up top, one of the first choices, but you might not actually do that. You might just stick to running or walking. So it's really nice to be able to go into the app and just move those to the top of the list and have it there for you every single time. On the watch face itself, what you can do is you can either swipe left or right, and that'll take you to little apps that you might often use. So for instance, it's completely customizable again. For me, I've set a timer, a countdown, music control, notifications, and find my phone, which is really handy if you just want to be able to quickly swipe left or swipe right just to find the things that you use every single day. Another massive reason I considered purchasing this was to track my sleep. I tend to struggle to sleep at night sometimes, especially having blocked noses, and I know that learning capabilities can really be affected by sleep, and especially in children and younger adults as they are developing. So I just found this to be a really good reason to get this because it's got a sleep tracker, it's got sleep analysis. The way that the Mi Band and the app itself correlate to each other and they talk to each other is just incredible. All of the data tracked on the Mi Band is then sent to the application, which is great. The first couple of nights I had about 3% of deep sleep. The average daily person getting deep sleep is meant to be anywhere between 13 to 25%, roughly an hour to an hour and a half of your, average sleep of 8 hours a night. So getting the Mi Band has actually really helped motivate me to get my sleeping patterns on track. It's been about roughly a month that I've had it. It's really motivated me to go outside and exercise and to be able to reap the rewards of seeing your sleeping pattern go up and your deep sleep and being able to sleep better at night. It's helped me to focus on what is actually really important in life, which is getting a really good night's sleep and exercising and eating well. So the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 actually has a Find My Phone feature, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know about, doing your research, but it wasn't actually a selling point for me. It was just kind of like a bonus because I tend to be quite clumsy when, 1 minute I'll have my phone in my hand, the next minute I'll lose it and just think, oh crap, where did I put it? So this was a really good feature for me to look into. Right off the bat, I have to tell you guys that with the Find My Phone feature, you just have to make sure that your volume on your phone is actually turned up. If you use the Find My Phone feature and your volume is turned down all the way, you're not going to be able to find your phone if you've lost it. Even in Do Not Disturb mode or silent mode, your phone will still ring. It'll kind of override that and you'll be able to find your phone. So another thing I want to mention is that if you have the Bluetooth turned off on your phone and you're going outside for your exercise or you're wearing your Mi Band to sleep, your phone won't actually have that data tracked in the app. What happens is you can just turn your Bluetooth on for your phone and all of the data from the Mi Band will automatically sync to your phone, which is such a great feature because especially sometimes I just like to turn my Bluetooth off just to save some battery. So don't be worried, all your data will still sync up to the app and you'll be able to look into it. Now, when I first got the Mi Band, I decided to do a couple of tests for science, obviously, on my sleeping patterns and where I might sleep better during the night. Originally, I found out that I was getting about, as I mentioned earlier, 3% of deep sleep, where your body actually needs about 13 to 25% on average. So I decided the one night I would sleep in my bed, and then the next night I would try and sleep on the couch, which is actually a lot thicker and quite hard to sleep on. So the first night I slept on the bed, I got 3%. The next night I slept on the couch, I got 13%. So I'm not actually sure whether it was actually the bed versus the couch, or if it was just the Mi Band actually getting used to the way that I sleep and the tracking patterns. And I just found that there was actually a massive improvement with sleeping on a firmer couch. So there you go for science. Another thing to be aware of is when you actually take the Mi Band off your wrist, you'll find that there's a really bright green light that comes out of underneath the Mi Band, and I'll show you that now. And I think what it's actually trying to do is just to find your skin and trying to see whether it can locate any human interaction and, heart pulses and things like that. And after seeing the light, I kind of started thinking, is it emitting a lot of radiation? And I'm not sure because I don't have anything to track that. But if any of you guys out there decide to actually purchase one and have something to measure radiation, I would love to know, because it's kind of gotten me thinking, I kind of don't want to be sleeping with that next to my head every night if it is actually emitting some sort of radiation. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the connectivity with Bluetooth has anything to do with radiation either. I haven't really done enough research on that, but I'd love to know if you guys know anything about that. Now, the next thing isn't so much a negative, but it does kind of bother me when you get into the shower and you are wearing the Mi Band. It is waterproof, which is a massive plus, up to I think 50 meters. But when you wear it in the shower and you've got water dropping onto the Mi Band, what will happen is the water droplets itself will activate your Mi Band and can actually unlock your Mi Band. But the worst thing that can happen is it just goes through the settings and it just kind of goes through each app, and that's about it. Initially that kind of bothered me a bit, but you can't really help it. I think, oh, spider. Yeah, but I think that it happens with telephones as well. I wouldn't be worried about that too much. Now, another thing that I think isn't a big deal, but I think is worth mentioning, is that the hard little plastic clip on the bottom of the Mi Band itself can be quite annoying if you're working on a laptop. You'll hear a lot of the scratching sound from the plastic. I guess if you usually wear a watch anyway, you should be used to it, or, bracelets. It's not too much of a big deal. Before I forget, the Find My Phone feature doesn't actually work if you're not connected to the Bluetooth, which is, I guess, expected. Another thing I have to mention is, originally, straight out of the box, I charged the Mi Band for about 1 hour and a half to 2 hours, and going off that one charge, it lasted me about 13 to 14 days, and I reckon it could have lasted another couple of days. I was on about 12% when I decided to charge it again. But I think I really stuffed up the second time. I charged it overnight and I really noticed a drastic drop in battery life. I think it was within 2 to 3 days. It was already at 50%, and I just kind of thought, that doesn't seem right. So I'm still on the second charge and I've had it for about 4 weeks. So that's actually pretty good. The second charge has lasted me more than a week so far. So I think the initial drop in battery life to 50%, I'm not sure what's happening there, but it's not really a big deal. But I would love to see later down the track of how much the battery actually diminishes. So if any one of you guys have had the Mi Band for quite a significant amount of time, I would love to know in the comments just how long or how quickly the battery has diminished. Now, something I've really loved about the Mi Band as well is the little tips and tricks hidden within the Mi Band. Let's say breathing. There's a thing on there which actually helps you to regulate your breathing. Let's say if you're stressed or if you're about to go to sleep, it actually shows you when to breathe in, when to breathe out. And there's a really nice little animation which kind of shows that. It is quite detailed. You get a lot of little texts that it doesn't feel like it's overcrowded with text or anything like that. It doesn't feel like it's crammed in. It really feels like it's a really nice little addition to those apps that you have in there, and really helpful information too. It's not just random text here and there. It's actually really helpful. For instance, there's this little text that comes up that says, fasten your Mi Band just above your wrist bone, which is, a way to get the most accurate reading of heart rate, stress levels, and everything like that. Like I said, it's been really surprising that the Mi Band actually has all these little text functions that really help you out in your daily life. I would have loved to see a function where you can read things like news articles or, send messages on Messenger or Facebook, but don't forget, it is a $60 wristband. So yeah, it's been a really pleasant surprise, and I genuinely can't recommend it enough. This thing has just been a godsend. It's such a beautiful face as well, so I think 2 thumbs up. I think for this price range, I've found myself genuinely recommending it to people, and not just to people who are exercise conscious, but to people who really care about their health, and especially, breathing patterns, stress levels, sleeping analysis, it all kind of ties over into living a better lifestyle, and it's really going to motivate you to, I guess, look into your bad habits per se, and to really improve all of that, to feel better about yourself. So yeah, I'd strongly recommend anyone out there looking to seriously consider even something for the time. I can't recommend it enough, genuinely. I tried to write down a couple of negatives for this, which I've already actually gone over, and in hindsight, they didn't really seem like they were bad things. They were just kind of things that didn't really matter. So, God, that's what happens when you go outside. So it turns out that there aren't really that many negatives about it. So 100% go for it. It's $50, $60. What have you got to lose? So, peace.